Hi everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Preloved Chica. April was a bit of a blur. I actually went away for every single weekend in April. It was helpful, it was therapeutic, but it was quite tiring. So this is my first weekend at home. So I'm recording this with so many great things I want to share with you. You may have seen the video I took at Peterborough because I went on a yoga weekend and I bought a few things there. But I have been out and about picking up bits and just lots of things I want to share with you really today. So let's get started. I'm going to be doing some more dyeing. I've got the Intense Violet. Okay, I've got the Intense Violet and I am going to dye a couple of tops for Zumba. This one I love wearing and it's got fringes, and fringes are super cool when it comes to Zumba because when you spin around the fringes go everywhere and it's gorgeous. So I'm going to make that purple, and these are the other things because it's good to have a batch, not just dye one thing. So I picked up a couple of t-shirts from Cancer Research. They were all £1. This one here says the Bronx on it, and I've got no idea what that's going to be like when I dye it purple, but I've got nothing to lose. So watch this space, promise to show pictures of the finished item. And then this as well, again, another thing from my Poundland shop, my charity Poundland shop. I like this one because I love the pattern on it. If I just hold it up like that, you can see it's almost like animal print. So we'll see what that turns out like with dyeing. So that's going to be done probably later on after I finish this video. Then the other thing, I thought I would just mention to you about what I've got on today, because I went to see a friend, Jojo, and helped her to sort out her wardrobe. And in doing that, she said, "Oh, I've got this dress, you can have it. I'm sure it'll fit you." And it does, and it's pretty gorgeous. And of course, it has got loads of beautiful owls on it. In fact, somebody came up to me yesterday and said, "Oh, did you get that in Italy?" She's seen something similar in Italy. So I don't know where you got it, Jojo, but I love it. And the thing is about it, it's very significant because my mother, when she was alive, she loved owls and her house was full of owls. So it's like holding on to her memory as I'm wearing this, you know, so it's a special dress, so thank you. Well, actually, we did a swap. I had something similar, my clock dress, similar to this, that Helena had given me, and that is now owned by Jojo. So, you know, Jojo, I'd love to see a couple of pictures of you wearing that dress sometime. Anyway, so that's the dress I've got on today. Now, the other thing is that I am going on a big journey. I'm going on a big journey. You know, my husband died, and I want to say I'm keeping a journal. This isn't the journal, but this is my notes that I'm going to make about this big journey, all the things, the lists I've got to keep. And what's the big journey all about? Well, let me tell you. This time, this year, both of us were going to go on this journey overland on the Trans-Siberian. Well, Steve can't be with me, but he will be in spirit, and so I am going to do that journey myself. And it's going to be in July and August, so there should be plenty of opportunities as well for me to talk about clothes, talk about other things, adventures along the way. And Nikki, if you're watching this, Nikki actually produced or gave me this journal, and this has been really helpful over the last 2 months. I've been keeping all kinds of notes in there. I've almost finished this journal now, but I'm sure that I will have plenty of others like this that I will be completing when I take that big journey. But anyway, more on that later as we do more Preloved Chica shows. What I want to talk to you about today is some of the things that I picked up in Cambridge last week. Now, I went to the Oxfam charity shop, Mill Road in Cambridge. Oh my gosh, the way it's laid out, it's so exciting and attractive and creative. Now, I asked the shop owner, manager, if he could video it, and I gave him my phone. I thought he was videoing it, but he wasn't. He was just taking photographs, so I got a couple of pictures. So unfortunately, there's no video footage, but these are some of the things that I bought there. This is the one thing, and this is going to be for my big trip. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love the pattern. I love the pattern. Let me just stand up and show you this. Peacock feathers. And the good thing about it is that it's completely lightweight, and it will screw up into a tiny, tiny, tiny little ball, so I'll be able to take it on that train journey and those other places I'm going to visit, not by train, and it will be good. So that's one of the things. Now, I got it, as I say, in Oxfam, and it was £3.99. And I absolutely love that. It fit me perfectly. I don't know what make it is, but you know, hey, sometimes it's not about the make. Sometimes people cut the labels out. Oh, the make is Crisp. Never heard of it. Crisp, if you like labels. There you go, Crisp. See? Anyway, so that's that. But the other thing I bought, I absolutely love this. It's something that has been upcycled by Oxfam. And, you know, it makes it a little bit special when you've got a label like that on it. Well, what is it? And what does it mean, upcycled? Well, it's basically a black t-shirt. The arms have just been chopped off. Okay, you can see it's not, no hems or anything like that. The arms have been chopped off. It's been cut up into fringes at the bottom there. And again, this is going to be fab for Zumba. All those, you know, it's just been chopped up there. Right. And the other extra additional thing that's happened, it looks like it's been bleached. There's little kind of specks of bleach, or not bleach, little tiny specks of orange. So it's obviously had bleach thrown at it, and that's the effect. So I think this is pretty good. And I think this is something that I could do with one of my t-shirts. So one of these days, I'll do one of these Preloved Chicas where I'm actually physically converting something, making something up like this, one of these days, when I've got some time. But I think this could be very simple to do. So I absolutely love that. Then a third thing I bought there was this top as well. It's pretty basic, lightweight, but you know, the bling across the top, couldn't resist it. Couldn't resist that. So those are the things that I bought in Oxfam, Cambridge, when I was up there for the big pitch just recently. And the other couple of things I'm going to share with you are some of the bits that I picked up. And I'm going to talk to you about Zest, which is a charity shop in Ipswich. And whenever I go in there, I feel happy because the guy that is on the till always has the brightest shirts going. And it just makes me happy. And he's a happy chap. And the last time I was in there, I was not sure about whether I should buy this bag, because it's not particularly attractive in some ways. It's not blingy or anything, but it's very lightweight. It's got lots of compartments, and it's called, well, the make is Hedge Gren, and I've looked that up, and it's a Belgian make. And I've taken this on numerous weekends now, and it's a really great bag. Lots of little compartments, and a zip at the front. And I think what it is about this, I thought what made me decide to buy it, I mean, it was only a couple of quid, but I was thinking I don't want to buy something that I'm not going to use. But what made me decide to buy it was I thought, well, I could use it as a toiletry bag if I don't use it as a handbag. But in actual fact, I have been using it as a handbag when I've gone off on these weekends. So I love that, and a big shout out to the lovely guy in the Zest charity shop in Upper Brook Street in Ipswich. And I popped in there, didn't buy anything, but I did pop in there a couple of days ago, and the manager said, "Oh, are you looking for ladies' shoes?" And I wasn't really, but he said, "Oh, we've had a big consignment of ladies' shoes in. What size are you?" And I said, "Size 5. He's going to sort out some shoes for me. So I'm going to have to go back next week now. It would be rude not to, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that's the plan. So, yeah, I'm sure there's so many other things I want to tell you. But for now, I'll wrap up and I'll say, you know, keep tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And, you know, certainly over the summer months, there'll be some very interesting videos from me from goodness knows where. Well, I have got an itinerary, but I'll tell you a little bit more about that next time. So thanks very much for watching. Till next time. Bye for now.
Preloved Chica, passion for fashion.